A paramedic arrives at a house. He enters a house with people panicking. The scene shifts to earlier, same day. A fastidious Angela is cleaning her house. She asks Jim if he has sorted the music like she asked him to. They are hosting a party for the 79th birthday for her mother, Maggie. Jim doesn't answer her. She gets angry at her daughter, Katie, for placing a book on the table. Katie goes to her room to do homework. Angela works on decorating the cake. When she picks up the cake, Jim's head is revealed to be underneath it. He intends to play a practical joke on Pat, Angel's sister Carol's husband. He wants revenge for all pranks that Pat has pulled on them. Katie disagrees, telling him not to do it on her mother's birthday. Carol is an alcoholic, who starts drinking in the morning, while Pat is a recovering alcoholic. They arrive at the house, and Pat hides under the cake. Maggie goes to the bathroom. Pat enters wearing a wolf mask. Pat asks where's Jim. Angela answers that he's probably in the deck house. Maggie comes out of the bathroom. Carol goes to the bathroom, and starts drinking from the sunscreen bottle. Angela asks Pat to move the cake to make some room. Maggie wants to snag a picture first. She can't find her camera. Pat goes to check for the camera in the car. Carol comes out of the bathroom, and starts making fun of Angela's posh accent. Angela gets upset, and leaves to fetch the kettle. Carol goes after her. Pat returns with the camera. Carol lights up the candles on the cake. Just as Pat is about to take the picture, Katie arrives. The four girls pose for the camera, but Maggie takes out a card to show Katie. The card says, "Forget about the past, you can't change it. Forget about the future, you can't predict it. Forget about the present, I didn't get you one." While the candles melt on the fake cake, Angela blows the candles out, to prevent the cake from start burning. Pat tries to take the picture, but the camera batteries run out. Everyone but Angela leaves the room. She picks up the cake, to find an upset Jim. She asks Jim to just forget about the prank. Jim tells her to get under the cake, and he'll get Pat to move the cake. Angela goes under the table. Pat goes to the bathroom, and replaces their soap with a small bar. He meets up with Jim. Jim asks Pat to help him move the cake. Pat says he got the countdown video that Jim lent him, and goes to get it back. He returns with VHS tape. Jim's apparent love for Countdown is actually a cover for his adult videos habit. They both get a drink. Pat says that he can't watch adult videos on computer, unaware that Katie is listening to them. Carol arrives, and asks to put some music on. Pat leaves to get some water for Carol. Carol starts flirting with Jim. Carol takes the glass, and throws the water to Pat's face. He leaves to get some towels. Carol confronts Jim about the promises he made to her, about leaving Katie, and how he couldn't stand the sight of her. Carol wants this to be her house. Jim is terrified that Angela can hear both of them. Carol tells Jim that she loves him. Maggie arrives along with Katie. Maggie wants a gin and tonic. A drunk Carol reveals to everyone that her and Pat haven't been intimate in a while. Jim asks Carol to lie down, but she gets angry, saying that she's bonding with Katie, since she's going to be her stepmom. Jim shouts at her, but Pat tells him to stop talking to her like that. Carol starts crying, and leaves. Pat tells Jim that he knows about both of them. Katie wants to know what's going on. Meanwhile, Maggie makes a wish, and stabs the fake cake with a huge knife. It is revealed that Angela was not under the table, and is safe. She tells Jim that she couldn't stay under the table, because her knees started hurting, so she went to get a real cake for her mother. She didn't hear anything that happened. Jim says that her sister started acting up again. Katie arrives and asks to talk to Angela. Maggie starts choking. Pat put fake spiders in the ice, as a prank. Carol enters, her face all black, because of the soap bar that Pat replaced, as a prank. Pat tries to get his phone, but gets electrocuted from the charger, due to his wet hands from ice. Jim asks Katie to not tell anything to her mother, but Katie pushes the real cake to his face. The paramedic from the start enters the house, puts on some music, and starts stripping for Maggie, while everyone watches in surprise. Pat ordered the stripper for Maggie, for her birthday. Later, Jim is setting up the table, while Angela and Katie are talking upstairs. Maggie shows her card to Jim. The episode ends with Angela and Katie leaving the house with packed bags. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.